It's been a while since I made a video, but it's spring once again in the city, and seeing all the cherry blossoms and everything in bloom kind of inspired me to start gardening again, so here we go. I dug out my Aerogarden and I'm about to start a new harvest. I took out the herbs a while ago and transplanted them, so this time I figured I would try something new. I ordered this pack of heirloom lettuces. It has 6 different types of lettuce that I've never even tried before. I've never even seen it at the grocery store, so I'm pretty excited about this. So first things first, I'm going to clean out the machine, get it all ready before a new round of planting. I'll show you how to do that. It's really easy, and then tomorrow I'll plant the lettuce. So first, before you clean the machine, make sure to disconnect everything and also to take out this little sponge. This little black piece of foam prevents the plant roots from clogging the Aerogarden pump, so you definitely don't want to throw this away. But if you accidentally threw it out, no worries. You can buy a replacement from Aerogarden. I will link the exact one in the description box. Or you can just cut a piece of foam or like a thin dish sponge, cut it to size, and use that. So there's 2 methods of cleaning the Aerogarden. The first is to just throw it in the dishwasher. And the second is to clean it by hand and then use distilled white vinegar. I'm going to do the second method. I think it's just a little gentler. First, I'm going to give the basin a good scrub in the sink, and I'm just going to use regular dish soap, nothing too harsh. You don't really need strong chemicals for this. You also want to deep clean the top grate where the pods sit. This little piece of plastic actually comes apart, so to do that, kind of push down on all 4 of those little tabs and then pull it apart. It's definitely a little stiff. Don't worry, you're not going to break it. Give that a good rinse as well. It's a little hard to see on camera, but basically there was some really light brown stains on the Aerogarden. Not too much to get rid of, but just some slight residue from the plant food. And as long as you kind of check on the plant roots on a semi-regular basis, then the Aerogarden shouldn't be too dirty. I also found it really helpful to use an old toothbrush just to scrub at the little nooks and crannies. And then finally, don't worry about that little black small cord. It's totally fine if it gets wet, because you can actually, like I said, put this through the dishwasher. The only thing is you want to let everything fully dry before you start plugging things back into sockets. So I would give it like a full day to just air dry. So now it's time to sterilize the machine with vinegar. It's really simple. You just grab a bottle of distilled white vinegar and add 5 cups of it to the Aerogarden. That's pretty much the entire 1-quart bottle that I have here. And once you've poured that in, then you reassemble the machine, plug it in, and let the Aerogarden actually turn on and run vinegar through the machine. You can really smell that vinegar. Pump will cycle through the machine for about 5 minutes, and you know it's done once you stop hearing the liquid trickle through. Then dump out all the vinegar and repeat the same process, but with water this time to flush out any vinegar that might be remaining in the machine. I can kind of tell that the water's slowing down and the pump cycle is about done, so I'm going to dump all the water out, and now the machine is fully cleaned. So now you can, at this stage, you can plant whatever you want. It's a couple days later, but I finally have some free time now, so I figured I would plant it up today. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing the Heirloom Lettuce seed pack. I did want to do tomatoes originally, but I believe you can only grow one tomato plant, 1 to 2 per harvest model, because there's only 6 pods. So I figured it would make more sense to really use all 6 since I have very limited kitchen counter space. The good thing about lettuce is everything grows pretty quickly. All of them should sprout within a week, and by like week 2 you should have enough for like a small side salad. Or if you wait to cut them, then by week 3 you'll have like a full-on salad. So that's exciting. And the particular kit that I got is called the Heirloom Lettuce Kit. It's got 6 different types of heirloom lettuces. So it's deer tongue, black-seeded Simpson, red sails, Paris Island, Marvel of Four Seasons, and Rouge d'Hiver. I've never heard of any of these before. I've never tried any of these, so it should be pretty exciting. The Aerogarden does sell more traditional like salad greens and kale if that's what you're looking for. I figured since I could get that at the grocery store, like I didn't need to try growing it. And a quick note about ordering the pod. So I got mine off of Amazon because I have Prime, so it came with 2-day free shipping. And I wanted to get this video out, so that was kind of important. But if you go on Aerogarden's website, I'll link both products in the description as well, so you can check it out. But if you go on Aerogarden's website, then you can actually do like a custom 3, 6, or 9 pod, I believe. And then that way you can pick each individual pod if you wanted to mix up, you know, herbs with veggies, with greens and stuff like that. So that's just something nice to have. There is a $50 free shipping minimum, but they do sales a lot, so if you want to like wait and order everything at once, then that could be a good option. All right, so that's enough talking. Let's get to planting. First, I'm going to put the filter back in. Also, they should all grow to roughly the same height as well, so you can place any pod like anywhere in the garden and it's totally fine. And don't forget to add the grow caps. These create like a nice humid little greenhouse effect and just help the baby plants to germinate. Okay, so now fill up the tank with water. Try to use distilled water if you have it. Oh, and you can add the plant food as well. You technically don't need to since they're not seedlings yet, but if you want, you can just add it in right now. With the harvest model, that's 2 capfuls, so you can either do it now or you can wait 2 weeks in once they've sprouted. Just to make it easier, I did it right now. Oh, great. All right, everything is all set up, so they should sprout within a week, so stay tuned. Little update, they really do grow very fast. You can see red sail is already starting to grow. Same thing with Paris Island. And black-seeded Simpson, I see something there, but it looks a little dried up, so actually that looks green. We'll see. Rouge d'Hiver is super small, but it's like just popped out of the dirt. Same with deer tongue, it's like way down in there, super baby one. And then Marvel of Four Seasons is the only one that I can't really see. It's day 4 and I've got some good news. They pretty much all sprouted, which is exciting. This is the first time. The last Aerogarden herb kit I did, they didn't all sprout, so this one is I think a little bit better to start with in that they sprout quicker, and it seems like they germinate a little bit more easily than the herb kit. So on the left side I've got red sails looking pretty good, Paris Island looking pretty good, and then Marvel of Four Seasons is the slowest out of the 6, but it is there, you can see that. And then on this side, black-seeded Simpson in the back looks pretty good. Rouge d'Hiver is a little bit thin, but also coming out nicely. And then deer tongue is right there. And yeah, so exciting to see how these come out. I will say the water level for the beginning, you know, because they're such baby seedlings, they really don't take up much water. Let's see if you can see that better. It basically is at the top of the tank still, so they've barely taken any water, and then as they grow and become kind of more full size, then they take up a lot more. But in the beginning, I would say it's relatively hands-off and pretty easy.